President Muhammadu Buhari has inaugurated the Presidential Transition Council to facilitate and manage the 2023 transition program. Inaugurating the council, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation says the Transition Council is in line with the Executive Order 14 of 2023. Helen Osamedekins has details.
On the 7th of February 2023, President Muhammadu Buhari signed Executive Order number 14 of 2023 on the facilitation and management of presidential transitions. The order provides the legal framework for a seamless transition of power from one administration to another. With less than 4 months in office, it is inaugurating the Presidential Transition Council through the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. The Council is charged with the responsibility of facilitating and managing the 2023 Presidential Transition Program. The Council will, among other things, facilitate the handover process by the current President to the President-elect, allow a fair and credible electoral process, and hand over the reins of power to the next President of Nigeria.
In my capacity as Chair of this Council, I will do everything within my power to ensure we meet the expectations of Mr. President. I enjoin each of us to put in even more effort in ensuring the next administration receives every support needed to make an early and a quick start.
In view of the remarkable landmark achievements of the present administration and the need to document this properly, adequately, and to ensure the smooth continuum of governance and guide the incoming administration with regard to the sustained delivery of key interventions for the development of Nigeria.
Members of the Council include Head of Civil Service of the Federation, National Security Advisor, Chief of Defense Staff, Inspector General of Police, Director General National Intelligence Agency, Director General State Security Services, Clerk of the National Assembly, Chief Registrar of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, and the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, who doubles as the Chairman of the Council. Things of this Council will be presented to Mr. President in a weekly briefings by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, and the President expects that the transition process will be replicated across state governments. Helen Osamedekins, TVC News, Abuja.
Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu is asking President Muhammadu Buhari to direct the Governor of the CBN, Godwin Emefiele, to reverse the Naira redesign policy. He also said both the new and old notes should be allowed to coexist, especially with a subsisting court injunction. Governor Akeredolu said this when he received members of the Youth Directorate of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, led by Sheyi Tinubu. Governor Akeredolu faulted the timing of the policy, adding that the problem created by the Naira and fuel scarcity have affected the ratings of the APC. He commended Sheyi Tinubu and his team for the rigorous campaign embarked upon for the success of the APC.
Banks are not taking own notes. So what do we do? CBN says, wait until tomorrow. People are taking action today. And in court tomorrow, nobody is waiting. Nobody is waiting. There's an injunction. Everybody is behaving as if there's no injunction. The CBN is just on its own. Loose cannon.
We're in Ondo, simply just to meet with some of the young youth in Ondo State itself towards our project and everyone's project and the whole of Nigeria's project, which is, the candidacy and the project Asiwaju Bola Tinubu to save Nigeria and for a great Nigeria come 2023.
And staying on politics, the vice presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Kashim Shettima, says the People's Democratic Party's presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, deserves no support nor votes from the Northeast region. Senator Shettima, who spoke at the Yobe State APC zonal rally, said Atiku Abubakar neglected the Northeast as vice president for 8 years. Therefore, voting him will not change the people's lot. The APC vice presidential candidate assured the people of Yobe State that the Tinubu-Shettima administration would support the government in its post-Boko Haram recovery programs. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has reaffirmed his promise to ensure an Igbo president in Nigeria if elected on the 25th February. The former vice president disclosed this at the PDP presidential rally held at Michael Okpara Square, Enugu. Bamidele Ajayi has details.
It is a carnival-like reception for the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar here in Enugu as the party members turn out en masse to listen to the candidate. Since 2019, Enugu State has been consistent in voting PDP at all levels of government. This crowd of supporters, drawn from the two city political words, are here to demonstrate their love for the party and all PDP candidates in the coming elections. National chairman of the party, Iyocha Ayu, appreciated the supporters for their consistency with PDP, but urged them not to be swayed by sentiment in voting for another party.
Those who are coming to deceive you to vote for the other party, called Labour Party, they are deceiving you because a vote for Labour Party is a vote for APC.
The state PDP governorship candidate sees the platform to re-energize the people, not to shift ground in their support for the PDP.
And urge our people to come out and speak in one resounding voice at the elections and elect all our candidates.
The presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, says he is standing by his earlier promise of ensuring an Igbo president emerges if elected into office this February.
I am going to be the stepping stone to an Igbo presidency. And I mean it. Whether an Igbo man is from the southeast or from the south-south, it is the same race.
Enugu rally was attended by party stalwarts from the national and southeast, including former governor of Old Anambra State, Jim Nwobodo.
It's on record that since 1999, the state has been consistent in voting for the party. And also with the assurance given to the people by the presidential candidate that if they can trust him with his words, to ensure that an Igbo man, be from the southeast or south-south, will succeed him as the next president. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
And also, the People's Democratic Party governorship candidate in Delta State, Sheriff Oborewori, has asked the people of Agbaro Kingdom and Nigerians to vote for the Atiku Kowa ticket to ensure development in the nation. Mr. Oborewori, who was received alongside other PDP members in Ughelli North Council, says his reception shows increasing acceptance of the party across the state. Iken Amechi has details.
Gathered here at the field of the St. Enda's College, the Agbaro people couldn't hold back their joy as the PDP governorship candidate arrives his maternal community, showing clearly that this prophet is with honor in his hometown. The people say for the first time they will have gubernatorial, House of Representatives and State Assembly candidates pledging to canvass vote for all PDP candidates.
Candidate of Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori, Honorable Solomon Akunaku, and Honorable Olorebe Agofure is the best choice ever made by PDP.
The people of Agbaro, this opportunity should not be taken for granted. It should not be handled with kid gloves. We all have that duty to go and canvass for vote. This election is not like previous election.
We decide to support these three candidates. One, we know they are good, they are strong, and the people, they listen to the people.
For the PDP governorship candidate, who is overwhelmed by the love his people showed, he is appreciative and promised to bring more development to them.
For them to come out in large number, mobilize from all the villages to come and say they are going to vote PDP 5/5. This is what I have not seen. They left their farm, they left their business to come here and come and host us. And I've said, I have pledged on behalf of my other two brothers that we're not going to disappoint the Agbaro people, we're not going to disappoint the state. I'm going to be a governor for all their towns.
He urges them to canvass for votes for the Atiku Okowa ticket, which is the best deal for everyone.
Ticket of Atiku Okowa will rescue and rebuild this nation. It will take us from poverty. It will take us from all this challenge of underdevelopment that is happening at the national level. The Akeredolu said that, please do this for me, do this for us.
Mr. Sheriff Oborowore believes his agenda of building on the achievement of Governor Okowa's administration will further better the lot of Delta people. Ikenna Amechi, TVC News, Agbaro, Delta State.